All right. How you doing? Hopefully, let me know if you can hear me, by the way, in the chat. I want to do this via live because, well, it's been a very interesting day for me. And I think this is an important element to the channel. Yes, we talk about money and we talk about investing. And I will bring this back to investing a little bit later on because I think in everything that happens in life, there are lessons to be learned, right? And this is a really important lesson, not just from a life point of view, but also um, from the point of investing and money. All of these things kind of like they coexist, right? They intertwine in some way, shape, or form. So my day today has been a little bit crazy. And I want to share this with you guys because for those of you who have followed the channel since the very, very beginning, so January 2020 or shortly after, or maybe you joined me in 2021, or maybe you've even joined this year and just found me maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. Some of you may be aware of the journey of the channel so far, and the journey of the channel started very very slow in 2020. Very very new to YouTube, trying to understand how things actually work and trying to get a following and monetize the channel and all this kind of stuff. It took about 6 months to get there. Then after that 6 month period ended, things just went nuts for the rest of 2020. I didn't earn any money at all in 2020, but in 2021 was the year where everything kind of turned around. And as you guys will know, 2021 was kind of the year where everybody was looking at investing. So the channel naturally had a massive growth spurt in 2021. Now, this year has been completely different. It's been the opposite to what I would say is a growth spurt. Yeah, there's some people that have left and some people that have joined, but the growth rate has been so much slower. But this year has been an interesting year, and this is where I want to talk a little bit about goals and staying the course and why you should never ever quit at anything. And there's a couple of things that happened today. Well, one big thing happened to me today, and for those of you who follow the channel, I want to share this because you've seen the journey so far and you know about my personal story. You've probably watched the documentary that I shot back end of what 2021 and put out on my birthday here on the channel because people were asking and I wanted to share. And this year's been this year has been a roller coaster year, and I'm gonna share this because I think it's really really important, particularly in periods like this where we have the cost of living crisis and things just feel like everything is going in the wrong direction, to never ever ever quit on what you wanted to do. So this year for me on the channel has been really kind of, it's been very weird. Let's put it that way. There have been moments where I'm like, actually, you know what? I can't be bothered. I'm gonna quit. There have been moments where it's like, okay, I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. Is it worth the effort? It was one of the reasons why I came down from 2 videos a week to 1 video a week. I was in hospital for a bit with like chest pains, which freaked me out for a period of time as well. My missus was going absolutely nuts. But this year, some good things have happened, and Channel 4 happened this year. Secret Spenders, as some of you will know, some of you actually watched the show, and then Lorraine happened, and ever since then. So the goal this year has been not necessarily focusing on the YouTube channel specifically, but it has been about trying to amplify what I do so I can actually touch more people. Now, YouTube is great. So far on the channel, we've got 1.6 million views roughly on the channel, but the opportunity to do national TV means that I can elevate that, touch more people, and more importantly, actually inspire kids from my background who may look like me or from a similar background to me who are facing adversity, homelessness, just general struggles in the family unit, and be almost like a beacon of an example to say, look, I'm not necessarily smart. I don't have a university degree, but I've managed to do some pretty cool things. And one of the cool things that I've been able to do this year is break into TV and do more stuff in the media, and radio stuff as well. And this is only the beginning. And today has been a bit of a milestone because one of the big goals this year was, whilst I wanted to break into TV and Channel 4 Secret Spenders was the first foray into that, I wanted to do more. And I'm a financial services guy, so TV and media, I don't know anything about that. I know zilch about it actually, and so the objective for me was with Secret Spenders. do the best job that I could and really, really push it. And I was very, very lucky as Secret Spenders was coming out to do Lorraine on ITV. And I did Lorraine for probably about 2 months or so. And it kind of died off a little bit during the summer as I was changing people who were looking after me, management, and so on and so forth. And one of the shows that I had on my radar, this was probably around about maybe April or May this year, was Steph's Pack Lunch on Channel 4. And I said to my team at the time, I said, look, this is a show that I'd really, really love to be on. Can you get me on that show? It was a bit difficult at the time because they then went on summer break. But the general consensus was they already had an expert. You're not going to be able to break into that. And this goes back into the fact of, if you have a goal, it's very, very important that you stay focused on that goal and you try and figure out how you're going to achieve that goal. There are certain things within your control that obviously you can do. There are other things that are outside of your control that you're going to have no influence over whatsoever. And if I've learned anything during my career, it is not to sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the stuff that you cannot influence. Always focus on the things that you can control. And so for me, because, well, it looked like there was obstacles and things weren't really going as well as I thought they would, I decided to change my management team. Now, I've now gone with a lady called Julia, and she's freaking awesome. And I joined her about maybe 2 months ago, roughly, something like that. And as I signed my contract for her, she put me on her website and she sent an email out to her contacts, and Steph Pack Lunch was one of them. And they immediately came back and said, yes, we would love to have him on. They came back. They came back from their summer break. I think it was the beginning of September. I think the first show that I did with them was the 6th of September. Done every show apart from the week when I was away, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, in Switzerland and in Europe. And for me, one of the big, big drivers, one of the big goals this year when I knew that I was going to do Channel 4 was I want to be able to get a regular slot on TV where I can talk about all of the things that I talk about here on the channel, but on a national stage that is helping people with mortgages, helping people to invest, helping people understand pensions, helping people understand how to make better financial decisions. And today has been an amazing day because through what felt like every week just going in, giving your best and, just trying to do the best job that you possibly can on panels. We tried a new format yesterday and it went down a storm. And I'm going to be doing Steph Pack Lunch now until pretty much the end of the year, every single Tuesday. Now, that may not sound like a big milestone to a lot of people, but for me, it is a massive, massive milestone because when I first started this thing in 2020, I didn't know how this was going to go. It was a pipe dream to be on national TV. Hell, if I go back to the 19-year-old Pete who was sleeping on the streets, if I could go back in a DeLorean and tell him, like, dude, it's going to be okay. You're going to be able to one day learn so much about finances, transform your own finances, and then have the opportunity to talk about it on national TV and actually help people. That would have been maybe a stretch too far that I probably wouldn't even have believed myself. And the reason why I'm saying, and the title to this is why you should never quit and stay the course, is because we are in a very, very difficult position right now with the cost of living crisis. People are struggling with understanding or knowing or figuring out how they're going to make ends meet under all of this financial pressure. And I've said this before on the channel, and I often do this when I hit little milestones that I think are notable. And I'm going to say it here again today. If you have in the back of your mind something that you want to do that you're passionate about, but you're a little scared, you don't know how to approach it, you just need to take the leap. The one thing that I wish that I'd done sooner is take this step sooner than 2020. But I wouldn't change anything either way. If you have a passion, if you have something that you want to pursue, it's really, really important that you get going with it now. You cannot afford to waste one more day, one more hour, one more minute. You cannot afford to waste any time. Get going with it. And yes, it's going to be scary. Yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, it's going to be hard. Sometimes I want to quit YouTube. I mean, I get insults, all kind of stuff. And for the fact that, we talk about finances here on the channel, it's not a controversial, topic. It's not something that divides opinion. Money is universal. Finances are universal. We all need money. I'm just here to help people make better financial decisions. I got called an Uncle Tom for the first time on the channel 2 weeks ago. I noticed the comment last week and I was like, okay, thanks. The person's unsubscribed, thank God. But what I'm saying here is, look, you have to chase your own ambitions, particularly now. If we learn anything from the pandemic, it was that you cannot rely on one source of income. And whether you start your side hustle and it's something that you're passionate about, you need to get going. Don't waste another week. Don't waste another day. Don't waste another hour. Don't waste another minute. Get going. And I said that I was going to bring this back to investing. So here it is. A lot of the time, we have dreams and aspirations in life, right? And my mantra is that money is a tool, life is for living. It doesn't matter what you want to do in life, you're going to need money to be able to achieve it. Whether you're looking to pay off debt, be better with money, start to invest, buy a house, buy a car, whatever that is, spend more time with family, go traveling, you need money to be able to do this. And so it's really, really important that you take this principle of making a promise to yourself. And that's why I talk so much about goal setting. What is your goal? The beginning of this year, I had a goal. I didn't know whether it was going to come to fruition or not, but I thought now that I'm here, I'm going to make the most of the opportunity in front of me. You have to set clear goals for yourself. And once you set your clear goal, it is all about discipline. And when you think about investing, I talk about understanding what your goal for investing is. It might be house deposit. It might be buying a car. It might be retirement. It could be anything. You have to have a clear goal. The biggest thing, though, that lets people down is not staying the course. It's not doing things that is required to actually help you get to that goal in the first place. And when times get difficult, just like where we are right now with a recession and markets down and everything feels like we're in a bear market, it's very, very easy to cash in those investments and be like, I'm out. That's it. I'm done. And I always encourage people, whether I'm doing one-on-one coaching or I'm speaking to you guys here on the channel, you have to go back to your goal. Your why is everything. My why, and the reason why I created this channel, is not for money. It's not for anything material. It's simply to get what I have here out into the world so that people can make better financial decisions that I did in my 20s. For me, success looks like impacting one person and hopefully millions of people in the future. But ultimately, you have to stay the course. And so if you are invested right now and you're looking at your portfolio and you're thinking, and I'm going to swear because I just don't care about it being demonetized at this point, you're thinking, shit, well, remember your why. Stay the course. If you jump ship now, not only are you going to betray yourself in terms of you've cheated yourself and your goals, it's also going to impact your mindset around doing this all over again. Fear is one hell of a thing. You have to use fear to push you from behind and not stand in front of you. Because if you allow it, you're never, ever, ever going to do anything that is meaningful. And particularly when it comes to investing, there is so much out here at the moment on social media about this short-term view, short-term gain. I'm not interested in short-term gain. I'm not. What I want to teach people is, how to develop healthy financial habits that have that long-term compounding benefit. That's what this account is all about. That's why I'm not too heavy on some of the trading stuff and all that kind of thing. It's because fundamentally habits that you can cultivate, that you can develop, that you can perfect will have such a massive impact on you in the future. And it's hard to think 20 years, 25 years into the future, right? But ultimately, it creeps up on you like wrinkles. 1 minute they're not there, the minute they are there, and you're going to be thankful that you took action, that you developed habits early on that you then see the fruits for a bit later on. And so that's what this video is all about at the end of the day, guys. I've had an amazing day. You have no idea how much it meant to receive an email to say, look, we want you on until the end of the year. And from that point, next year, who knows what's going to happen. But one thing I do know is at the beginning of the year, this was a pipe dream. This was a very big, it would be nice if this could happen. Yes, I've taken action. Yes, I've tried to get a team behind me to try and push me. The YouTube channel has suffered. unfortunately. But I can't be all over the place at the same time, and sometimes you do have to prioritize certain things. My mindset around YouTube is certainly now that it's more of a shop window for me and another conduit for me to hit more people, to impact more people. But you have to do what you have to do, and you have to understand, what your goal is, so that you can actually build a plan to help you get there. This has been It's been an amazing day, and I just wanted to share a little bit of what I experienced today so that you can feel positive at the end of your day on a Wednesday evening. I don't want to keep it too long, but I just want to say thank you to everyone who supported the channel, and thank you to everyone who continues to support, everyone who watches the videos, everyone who likes. And I could reel off the regular names who are always on the channel, always commenting, always liking, even over on Instagram. You guys are the best. I appreciate every single one of you. Please, please, please use this as a I guess a catalyst to do something good in the next few days and in the coming weeks. And don't cheat yourself. If you've got something that you want to do, don't waste another minute second guessing yourself, because guess what? It's all going to work out, but you have to take that first step. Have a good evening. I will catch you later on.